The 25-year-old or the 20-year-old is supposed to be looking at you and saying, man, when I get that age, I want to have that kind of energy. I want to look that good. Today, I'm going to be talking principally to the seniors out there. So, if you're 60 and older, I want you to take a listen. Even if you're not a senior, this is still good for you to hear. So, stick around and listen, okay? And the question that we're going to ask today is, what can you do, practically speaking, to increase your youthful energy? So, we're going to answer that question today. But first, let me just say that I am Mark Johnson, the founder of Bounce Pep. We bring you ideas for a fit and flourishing future. And I'm also the youngest son of Bill Johnson. To all my subscribers, thank you very much for being a subscriber. And if you have not subscribed, I still appreciate you being here, lending me your time and your ear. Now, let's jump right into this. One of the things that I noticed uh, when I see seniors, especially who are in a group and they're talking amongst themselves, just in their own peer group, the conversations tend to revolve around health and specifically healthcare and illnesses in the hospital and medication. And frankly, it's not the type of conversation that I personally enjoy. Now, I'm not a senior uh, yet, but even at the age that I am, I don't particularly enjoy just talking about hospitals and medications and just having a conversation that's just dominated by that kind of talk. But obviously, when people get older and as their peer group, of course, gets older at the same time, this tends to be the topic of choice because people are obviously coming down with certain ailments and they are spending more time in the hospital and they are, starting to take medication. So, uh, what we're going to talk about today is what can you do to increase your youthful energy so that, when you are getting together with people you're not spending the whole time talking about how sick everybody is and what kind of medications everybody's on. You have something a bit more positive, a bit more forward looking to talk about. So, the first thing that I'm going to do is recommend this. And it's kind of a standard recommendation that I make for different reasons every time I talk to you. The reason today, again, is because I want you to maintain or to increase your youthful energy. And it's this. If you're not already going to the gym, I really want you to start going to the gym, okay? And if you can help it, go to the gym at a time when it's not just crowded with a bunch of other seniors. Uh, Usually the seniors will come into the gym early on in the day when everybody else is at work. If you can wait a little bit later to go to the gym when more young people come in, I want you to do that. And it's just because you want to put yourself in an environment where there's youthful energy just flowing, okay? And you just by being in the environment, you will absorb some of that energy. It cannot not happen. You will absorb some of the youthful energy in the environment simply by being in it. Okay. Now, with that said, there's something that I want to caution you against. If you're 60 years old or 70 or something like that, don't get into the gym and try to compete with somebody who's 20 or somebody who's 30. You just look ridiculous. You That's not your role. Okay. So, and the reason I say this, most of you don't need to be told this, but every once in a while you see somebody who clearly needs to be told this. And what I want to say is this: you are supposed to be the inspiration. You're not supposed to be competing with a 25-year-old if you're 65. So just stop it. You look ridiculous. Don't do that. The 25-year-old or the 20-year-old is supposed to be looking at you and saying, man, when I get that age, I want to have that kind of energy. I want to look that good. They're supposed to be inspired by you. Okay. You're not supposed to be looking back, competing with them. No, you've been there and done that. Okay. So at your age, you're their inspiration. Now, let's set that aside. The next thing that I want you to do, this is really outside of the gym. Try to have, you know, a couple of friends that are significantly younger, not too young. Like, let's just say I'm throwing out a number. Let's say you're 65. maybe have, a couple of friends who are 40 or 45 that you can invite over. Maybe if you like to entertain at home, you can invite them over. Sometimes we entertain people, and you bring in basically a younger demographic into your home, and again, the conversation changes a bit because they're not going to they're not probably at that age, they're not going to be coming to your house talking about how sick they are. Okay. And so you're just going to have something different to talk about other than sickness and medications and hospitals and pharmacies and all that. You're just going to have people in your environment who are a little bit younger and who bring a younger energy. And, their conversation is not going to be dominated by talk of sickness and death and everything. Okay, so this is another thing that you can do to just maintain, just absorb some of that youthful energy. Uh, as you get older, it's natural that, again, people come down with different ailments and everything. Now, one of the ways that you can mitigate that, if what I just said, is go to the gym and work out. And I should mention, eat well, eat like healthy foods. Okay, eat real whole healthy foods instead of prepackaged foods. Make sure that you're eating well, and make sure that you're exercising on a regular basis, so that the likelihood of you ending up in a hospital and needing a bunch of medications and having to make a bunch of trips to the pharmacy, the likelihood of all those things, reduces if you stay on top of your health in the first place. Okay. So those are really the two things I wanted to talk to you about. So this is mainly been about health and relationships, because I want you to just maintain youthful energy. Okay. Maintain some youthful energy. If you find yourself in a situation where every time you're with your friends or your family, the conversation is always dominated by health issues, and just it's not a pleasant topic. Honestly, it's not a pleasant topic. Then what you need to do is put yourself in different situations that allow you to absorb more youthful energy. Again, you're not competing with people who are younger than you. You're the inspiration. Okay. But you do want to be absorbing some of that youthful energy. So, with that said, I'm going to leave you with that today. I'm going to talk to you next time. I want you to take this with you, all you seniors, okay? Maintain that youthful energy. All right? Take this with you. Talk to you next time.